hopefully share with you guys as well.
Well, thanks, Patrick. I'm going to bring this question up because, Brian Berletic and I have been dealing with these types of questions a long time, and we see them over and over and over again. Sometimes I enjoy during this program to educate people. And this is one comment that's come up on the screen many times that I think only you can handle this one, Brian. I don't know if you want to, but if you do,
Sure.
please
Sure.
take it away.
So they're asking, do you condemn the attack of Russia on sovereign territory of Ukraine starting last year? What sovereign territory of Ukraine? Ukraine, it was not a sovereign country starting 2014 onward. It was not a sovereign country. The United States, in front of the eyes of the world, openly overthrew the elected government of Ukraine, handpicked the client regime to install in its place. And from that point onward, every decision made in Kiev was determined by Washington, not the representatives of the Ukrainian people, because the Ukrainian people did not pick these people. And from that point onward, they rounded up and eliminated the opposition. They eliminated the opposition media or any critical media at all that was not under the control of Kiev and their Washington sponsors. They were banning the Russian language, restricting the Russian language. They're going after Russian Orthodox religion. People have to remember that half the people in Ukraine either speak only Russian or Russian and Ukrainian. So that the idea that there's some sort of tiny minority that's just a monkey wrench in the works is an absurdity. And so there was no sovereignty. It was a country politically captured in every sense by what the US calls color revolution, which is a means other than war. Usually, when we look back at history, the way a nation would politically capture another nation is through military invasion and occupation, the creation of a client regime. The United States doesn't need to do that. They've perfected this system of politically capturing another nation without having to physically invade. They have armed proxies who do that work for them. And so when you really think about it, it was as if the United States had invaded and was occupying Ukraine. What Russia is doing is undoing that process. They are undoing that. And again, it was not a war that started last year in February. It is Russia intervening in the middle of Kiev, backed by Washington, murdering their own people in the Donbas region, threatening the people of Crimea, who overwhelmingly identified as Russian. We know this because there was a U.S. government, USAID, International Republican Institute, all funded by the U.S. government. There was a poll in 2013 where people in Crimea identified as Russian, had supported rejoining the Russian Federation even before the U.S. installed Nazis into power in Kiev, which gave the people of Crimea many more reasons to want to rejoin Russia. So we have to keep all of these actual facts in mind versus this fairy tale that Ukraine was some innocent sovereign nation that Russia is just picking on. That is nonsense. If you want to take back Ukraine's sovereignty, take it back from those who actually took it. That is the United States.
I want you all to know that we are fighting the fake news. It's fake, phony,